fellow students, we are going to look at the structure of the mammalian ear. The ear is a very important sense organ used for hearing. The ear is a sensitive organ which functions to convert audible frequencies into electric signals that travel to the brain. The signals travel to the brain through a nerve called auditory nerve. With the human ear, humans are able to locate the sources of sound apart from being a receiver of sound. It also plays a major role in maintaining proper balance and position of the body. Now, by the end of this lesson, you should be able to state the various structures in the human ear and relate the structures to their functions. The ear is a complex sense organ whose functions are to perceive sound and maintain balance. The structure of the ear consists of three parts: the outer, the middle, and the inner ear. The outer ear consists of the pinna and the external auditory meters. The pinna is a flap of skin and cartilage which partially covers the opening to the external auditory meters. It collects and concentrates sound waves into the auditory meters. The pinna leads into the external auditory meters, which is a tube or passage that directs sound waves to the eardrum, also known as the tympanic membrane. The tube is lined with hairs which trap solid particles that may enter the ear. It is also lined by wax-secreting cells whose function is to secrete wax that traps dust and prevents entry of solid particles. The wax also maintains the flexibility of the eardrum. We now move to the middle ear. The middle ear is an air-filled cavity consisting of the tympanic membrane, ear ossicles, eustachian tube, the oval and the round windows. The tympanic membrane is a thin, tough membrane that covers the external opening of the middle ear. It consists of a double layer of epidermis with connective tissues in between the layers. When it is hit by sound waves from outside, it vibrates and transforms the sound waves into vibrations. It then transmits the vibration to the ear ossicles. Now, the ear ossicles are three bones, namely malleus, incus, and stapes, which are suspended in position by muscles. These muscles also prevent excessive vibration, which could damage the inner delicate membranous labyrinth. The three ossicles form a system of levers which amplifies and transmits the vibrations from the tympanic membrane to the oval window. Now, the eustachian tube is a tube connecting the middle ear with the pharynx. Its function is to equalize air pressure between the middle and the outer ear to prevent distortion of the eardrum. For example, if you go up higher in an aeroplane, the atmospheric pressure outside falls below that of the middle ear. This results in the eardrum bulging outwards, and the condition can be rectified by yawning or swallowing which opens up the eustachian tube to equalize the pressure on both sides of the eardrum. Although the eustachian tube is an important part of the ear, it can provide passage for entry of microbes from the pharynx to the middle ear, causing ear infections. We now move to the inner ear. The inner ear is a fluid-filled cavity connected to the middle ear by the oval window. It consists of a series of chambers and canals embedded in the bone of the skull. It has 3 cavities: the vestibule, the cochlea, and the semicircular canals. The vestibule and the semicircular canals are the structures for balance, while cochlea is the structure for hearing. The cavities in the inner ear are filled with fluids called the perilymph and the endolymph. The fluids conduct sound vibrations transmitted from the middle ear to the cochlea for hearing. In the vestibule and the semicircular canals, the displacement of the fluids lead to the restoration of the body balance. The fluids absorb mechanical shock, hence protect the delicate sensory structures. That is it for our class today. We have looked at the various structures of the human ear and their functions. Now, can you be able to state, number 1, which structure in the human ear prevents the distortion of the eardrum? Number 2, can you be able to give the functions of the 3 cavities located in the inner ear? That is it for our class today. In our next class, we will look at how the human ear maintains balance and posture.